Okay, this past week has been a rough one. I had all of these plans laid out that I was going to be doing these things and we were going to achieve that thing and this was going to happen and we were going to go here and all of the things. You know what? Barely any of it happened. And I'll tell you why. Things went sideways. Life, Tay. And it's going to happen. It's always going to happen. I think it's how we respond when it happens that really makes the difference, especially as riders and equestrians. Hey there, it's Lorna here and welcome to the Sunday Strides. This is a very short, sweet and to the point little talk to help get you on the right track going into the new week in your riding and with your horse, whether you're training alone or you're training with somebody else. I think that we can so often as riders let one or two or maybe three or four little things that don't go our way begin to impact everything else. We can see maybe 15 or 20 minutes of maybe behavior that we're not exactly wanting or we don't encourage from our horse. We can see that as being a bad day. It's not. It was just a couple of minutes where you and your horse had different expectations, had different ideas about what was allowed or what wasn't. I think it's really important as riders that we learn to actually see those times for what they are, but then also to be able to accept it, regroup and move on. So the week I had went something like this. The dog was bitten by a venomous snake. I know. It was 2 days of not knowing what was going to happen. I'm very happy to report that he is absolutely back to the fullest of health. All is good. Whew. The horse, well, one of the horses choked on a carrot and hasn't happened before, but it happened. And again, it was 2 days of not really knowing how things were going, but I can also safely report he is good. And I myself also got sick. And I'm not quite sure what happened, but I think my body just needed a rest and told me, listen, no, we're not doing that. Need a rest now. That's it. And I had to make a few decisions because, as I said, I had all the plans made, but I had to really and truly really get down to what was actually a top priority, what needed to be done, what was life or death, and what could be left for another day. And when it came down to it, how it kind of looked for me anyway, was that the horses had to be fed, the blankets had to be done, everybody had to be kept safe and watered. But the riding itself, not that important. I just couldn't. I actually knew that I felt so tired. My muscles felt sore. Everything felt shaky. I was freezing with the cold. I looked like 40 colts walking around now, to be honest with you. But I was just not feeling good. And I knew that if I got into the saddle to ride, I was actually going to end up making more of a hames of things. I felt that my, first of all, coordination wouldn't be great. I was just tired. I was physically tired. But not only that, I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Like I felt sick. I didn't feel good. I wasn't coming to it with the right energy. So I made a tough decision to not do it. And a lot of people will say, oh, you should have pushed on through. But for where I am with the training right now, that was actually the better decision. And then by Thursday, when I was feeling better, thank goodness, and all of the medical emergencies regarding the animals were all kind of on the up and up, and we knew everybody was going to be 100%, I was able to then look at my plans for the week. And obviously there was quite a few things that I was like, well, that's not going to get done now. We'll have to put that off until next week. And bearing in mind that for us, this is maybe a shorter week than usual, and so is next week, but that's okay. I had to make some harsh decisions about what was going to happen and what was not going to happen. And that's also okay. And what I've done is by doing that, by accepting where I was and accepting what happened, I was actually able to very clearly then see what really I could get done, the expectations of what I could get done, the reality of what I could get done, and I was able to make a better plan going forward. And I really do think that as a rider, you need to learn to do that as well. You have to be able to be supple. I call it suppleness in the planning, that there has to be this ability to move and to flow and to bend and to flex with life, because life will always show up. If you become so rigid in the plan, you will end up throwing in the towel for the whole week. Don't throw in the towel. Just see it as, okay, this is an opportunity to regroup and then restart from the point where you can and see what you can do going forward. I think this is so important. So if last week didn't go to plan for you, or if something happens this week that is not to plan, it's okay. Like, honestly, it is okay. Just take a deep breath, do the life or death things, okay? Get the important stuff done. And then when the opportunity presents that you can come back, you can take a breather and you can say, okay, I'm back at a place now where I can begin to regroup, then look at things in a realistic and in a positive way and see what can be done from there. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that you have an absolutely amazing week. I'd love to hear from you inside of the group. You can pop on over to stridesforsuccess.com/group to join the Daily Strides podcast online community. And let me know, how are your experiences with things going sideways? Has anything happened recently and how did you get out of it? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have a fantastic week and I'll see you on Tuesday for the podcast episode. Be good. Bye.